Shavua Tov. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Rolene Marks. Welcome to another week of the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land, where you get your headlines fresh from Israel every Monday to Thursday. Now, the question I want to ask you is, did you watch the Coronation? I most certainly did. Wow. What a splendid event. Britain at its absolute best. I don't know what I loved more, the ceremony, the parades, the military, or the magnificent sartorial choices of the Princess of Wales. Nevertheless, let's take a look at what went on in and around the coronation, because our president, Isaac Herzog, and his wife, First Lady Michal Herzog, represented the State of Israel, and we have some inside information. The president and his wife attended a reception for world leaders at Buckingham Palace on Friday night. Now, according to Ynet News, this is Yediot Achronot, the monarch allegedly spotted the president and his wife and arranged for them personally to be moved at the front of the line. King Charles is reported to have had a conversation with President Herzog where he praised Israel for being a vibrant democracy and also personally praised the president for his role in helping with negotiations around the proposed judicial overhauls. We also have it on good authority that the president shook hands with the leaders of Qatar and Oman, two countries that don't recognize the State of Israel or have relations with the State of Israel. He chatted quite a bit to Prince William, the Prince of Wales. Hey, I envy him that opportunity. He also chatted to the Crown Prince of Bahrain, the President of the United Arab Emirates, King Abdullah of Jordan, as well as the Princess of Morocco, all of our Abrahamic brothers and sisters who were present for this absolutely historical occasion. The following day, the president and his wife, in keeping with Shabbat, walked to the Abbey, and if you were watching, what a moment of pride it was to see Chief Rabbi Ephraim Mervis walking into the Abbey and then later on giving a blessing in the multi-faith section. If you did notice, there was no use of a microphone at that point so that the rabbi did not break Shabbat. Of course, we in Israel are absolutely kvelling because the holy oil used to anoint the king, a part of the service we didn't see because it happened behind screens, comes from Jerusalem. It came from the Church of Mary Magdalene, which is also where his late grandmother, the Princess Alice, is buried. She was honored as a righteous amongst the nations at Yad Vashem. And also very, very moving was Baroness Meron when she handed him his imperial robes. And I have to say, the British Jewish community have come a long way from centuries ago where there were pogroms after a coronation to being front and center at this one. If you know anything about liturgical music, you would have heard Handel's Zadok the priest, or as we would call him, Tzadok, the Kohen, when the king was crowned, and the Birkat Kohanim, the blessing of the high priests given upon the monarch. On Sunday morning, it was Prime Minister Netanyahu's turn to wish the King and Queen Mazal Tov, everything of the best on this historic occasion, and we look forward to increased ties between our two people. Somebody who is not getting a lot of praise right now is National Security Minister Itamar Ben Gvir. Just moments ago, I received notification that a much anticipated event, EU Day, which is due to take place on Wednesday, has been, or actually tomorrow, the 9th of May, has been cancelled due to the representatives from the EU objecting to Ben Gvir's attendance. Now, this is an event that takes place every year and celebrates Europe Day. and Itamar Ben Gvir, who many European states refuse to deal with because they say that his views are very, very extreme. It is the minister that was slated to attend. How it works is that every year a different cabinet minister attends. Now, the EU objected to it, but Ben Gvir insisted on attending. Early this morning, there were rumours that speeches could be cancelled just in case the minister decided to speak. But just a short while ago, that event has been cancelled. The cultural event that is open to the public will still go ahead. Now, this follows tensions that happened last week between Otzma Yehudit, which is Ben Gvir's party, and the ruling Likud. Both parties are part of a coalition, and Ben Gvir announced that his party would not be participating on Knesset votes until he was included in decision-making processes with regards to the Palestinians. The Likud responded by saying that the only people responsible are the IDF, the security forces, the Minister of Defense, and the Prime Minister. And if he didn't like it, he could quit. And Itamar Ben Gvir said he does threaten to quit and collapse the coalition. However, earlier this morning, he said that should there be an unfreezing of the pause on the very, very controversial and divisive judicial overhauls, then he would reconsider. And many pundits are saying that, this kind of political game playing is really, really not helping either the coalition or the people of Israel. The World Food Programme have announced that they may be forced to cut funding and providing food aid to 200,000 Palestinians. Many Palestinians live in poverty as a result of two things: the way that the Hamas run the Gaza Strip, and also because there is a security blockade in place. The World Food Programme says they have no choice but to cut funding due to lack of funds, and also they expressed their concerns at the significant security threats posed by Hamas. It is not uncommon for members of Hamas to take money that is earmarked for individuals or for aid and use it to their own benefit. And finally, the Shin Bet announced earlier today that they have arrested the terrorist cell responsible for the planned bus bombing of a bus in Beitar Illit in March earlier this year. 6 members of the PFLP have been arrested. And that brings me to the end of today's edition of the Israel Brief. Don't forget to check out our website at www.layoftheland.online. Our Facebook page is at Lottel Site. You guys know what to do. Like us, follow us, share our content. Our YouTube channel is at the Israel Brief. Please consider hitting that red subscribe button. And we're on Twitter at layoftheland5. I'm Marlene Marks. This is the Israel Brief, and we'll check in with each other tomorrow.